playoffs are here. The Baltimore Ravens are in great shape with the number one overall seed in the AFC and home field advantage. On today's show, we will chart the path to the Super Bowl in Las Vegas for your Baltimore Ravens and look ahead to Wild Card weekend as well as potential Divisional Round opponents for your Baltimore Ravens. We'll get to all that and more coming up in just a moment. Before we do, if you want the Ravens to win the Super Bowl, yes, we're talking about the Super Bowl now, folks. Like the video. Don't jinx it. Don't be the reason the Ravens don't hoist the Lombardi Trophy because you didn't do your part and didn't like today's video. Let's all do our part, like the video, and we'll get started with today's show. Entering the playoffs in the AFC, here is the updated playoff picture. The Ravens with the 1 seed, the Bills with the 2 seed, the Chiefs at 3, and the Texans came away with the division title at the 11th hour in the AFC South with a 10-7 record. Who saw that coming? The wild card, Joe Flacco, our old elite friend, holds the number 5 spot in the wild card with 11-6 record. The Dolphins at 11-6 as well, the 6th seed. And then the Steelers found a way to sneak into the postseason with that 10-7 record, the final spot in the AFC. A very competitive year. A lot of good teams making the playoffs. The AFC very strong. Now, who could the Ravens face? How does this all sort out? Well, the way it works is the number 1 seed, you get the lowest seed remaining after the wild card round. So it could be the Houston Texans, could be the Cleveland Browns, could be the Miami Dolphins, or it could be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Whoever that lowest seed is, the bracket basically resets, and that's who the Ravens would face in a home playoff game. Now, call me arrogant, but I don't fear any of these potential AFC wildcard teams. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't fear them. Even with losing to the Steelers twice. I know you lost to the Browns at one point this year, but the Texans you beat pretty handily week 1. The Dolphins you just kicked the shit out of a couple weeks ago. I don't fear anybody. In fact, it's not even just the wild card teams. I think the Ravens are without question the team to beat in the AFC when it comes to getting out of the divisional round, getting to the conference championship, and ultimately to the Super Bowl. It's the Ravens to lose. I think that I come in with a lot of confidence, but a lot of belief in this team that this is the Ravens' year. So, let's ask you. I know you're going to be just watching, kind of scouting to see who that team is going to be this weekend that the Ravens face. What team do you want to face in the wild card round? Do you want to face Miami, Pittsburgh, Houston, or Cleveland? Tell me in the comments section which team you would like to see the Ravens face. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time, the place to go for tickets to sporting events, concerts, theater productions, comedy shows, and more. The best seats for the lowest prices, guaranteed. Here's how it works. You go to Game Time. You pick out the game you want to go to or event. Then you pick out the seat. And you get to see if that seat is for you or not. Get that look and see if that's what you're looking for. If not, you can check and see if there's another seat for you. And they got flash deals as well, so it's very easy to use and save money and great stuff when it comes to Game Time. And you could purchase your tickets within a matter of moments when you use Apple Pay, Google Pay, all the major credit card providers. Very simple to use. You can have your tickets within a matter of moments. Don't mess with those shady scalpers. Keep it simple with Game Time and save $20 when you use the promo code RavensChat. That's what we're offering just for viewers of Ravens Rundown. So download Game Time today. Terms and conditions do apply. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. $20 off with promo code RavensChat. Download Game Time today. So this weekend, here is the wild card schedule. The Browns and the Texans get things going. That game on Saturday on NBC. And then there's an exclusive on the Cock featuring the Dolphins and the Chiefs, that game in Kansas City. We know that the Ravens will not be facing the Chiefs or the Bills this week. They could face them in the AFC Championship game. And then you get the Steelers and the Bills on Sunday. That game, 1 o'clock on CBS with Jim and Tony on the call for that one. And so we will know who the Ravens' divisional round opponent is at the end of the Steelers-Bills game. Then we'll have that all figured out of who that team is. Now, when it comes to hoisting the Lombardi Trophy in Las Vegas and getting there, for me, in my personal opinion, when I evaluate looking at the landscape in the American Football Conference, the biggest threat is not the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, might I add you. I know it's Mahomes, it's Kelsey, it's Andy Reid in the postseason. They've got 2 titles. They've been the team to beat over the last few years. But the truth of the matter is Kansas City Chiefs can't catch the football. And Patrick Mahomes doesn't have anybody to get the football to other than Travis Kelsey. They got issues to work through, and I don't think the Chiefs are that championship caliber team they've been the last couple of years. The team for me that's going to stand in the Ravens' way the most, the biggest problem I worry about is the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are getting hot at the right time. They've played much better football as of late. That's the team I worry about more than any of them is the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Ravens, here is why they will win the Super Bowl. Of all the teams in the NFL, okay, in the AFC and the NFC both, no one is clicking on all cylinders quite like the Baltimore Ravens are. I don't care about what happened week 18 with the JV team. The Ravens are the hottest team in football, and it's everybody. It's Lamar at an MVP level. The offense, the defense, the special teams even. The coaching staff. I love what I've seen play calling wise from Todd Monken and Mike McDonald. And now we heard today Mike McDonald is getting an interview for the Commanders job, that they've requested that. So there's a lot going right. Everybody's on the same page. This is the most complete team in football. That is why they are the team to beat, not just in the AFC, but the NFC. Nobody is as well-rounded as this Ravens team is. Now, on the other side, I'll tell you why they might not win the Super Bowl. But first, I want to make sure you're subscribed to Ravens Rundown as we bring you the best Ravens playoff coverage around. We're going to be live on the channel for every single playoff game, okay? So don't miss out on it. Subscribe now. Join the flock as we bring you daily coverage. This is your playoff headquarters right here on Ravens Rundown. Subscribe now for free. Doesn't cost you a thing. We're getting close to 15,000 subscribers. Join the family. You'll be glad you did. Now, if the Ravens don't win the Super Bowl, here's why that would happen. If you look at the Ravens' 4 losses, including Week 18 against Pittsburgh, it's always been the same thing every time, where they blew a lead late and they made silly mistakes, where they got in their own way. The only thing that can stop the Baltimore Ravens from winning a Super Bowl title in 2024 is themselves, standing in their own way. If the Ravens don't win it all, it's because of self-inflicted wounds and getting in their own way. I don't think anybody can beat the Ravens when they play their best football. If they play their best football, they win it. The X factor in all of this over the next few weeks is going to be what OBJ does. What type of performance do we see out of Ravens wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr.? Because when he's been on, and a nice asset for this Ravens team. And if you go back to the Rams Super Bowl a couple years ago, the Rams don't win that Super Bowl without OBJ and the level that he was playing. And we've seen OBJ play a lot better in the second half of this season. For me, I think this Ravens team, OBJ is the indicator. If OBJ plays well, they can't be stopped. Simple as that. If he plays well every game, they're going to win the Lombardi Trophy. So far this year, I know the numbers aren't gaudy. Like, he didn't have a 1,000-yard year. But still had 16 yards a catch, 3 touchdowns. If they get OBJ involved and play at the level that he's capable of, then it's game over for everybody else. The Ravens will win the thing. Do you believe in OBJ? You know I had to ask this question. Do you believe in OBJ? Type OBJ for yes. Type no BJ for no. That's OBJ for yes. No BJ for no. Let me know. If you enjoyed today's show, if you want the Ravens to win the Super Bowl, believe in this team, want to get the job done, hit the like button. We'll see you throughout the entire playoffs. We got you covered right here on Ravens Rundown. See you next time.